possible.
Yeah. How much crap have you accumulated in your fucking house?
A whole skip. It's a big fucking skip. It's like an industrial, 10-yard skip.
What's a skip for us over here in North America?
I don't know. It's like a giant.
Look.
Yeah, that's not your mug, though, is it? So
it's her ex-boyfriend's mug.
yeah.
Anyway, what's a skip?
It's like a giant fucking bin that you.
Okay.
So it's just like a big open bin that you just put all the shit in your house. You just take it outside and you throw it in the giant bin, and they come and take the bin away for you.
Are you a hoarder or what?
No, most of it's like old furniture, old clothes that are fucked.
That's right. You got a new contract, so you're sprucing up the new place or what?
No, I'm moving closer to the gym, basically.
I know, but you're probably buying all new furniture now that you're newfound wealth.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just that. It's when I looked at my house and I was like, right, I'm moving into a very nice place. Like, not that this place isn't nice. I thought, I'm upgrading a little bit. So I took an objective look at where I lived.
Yeah.
And thought, this looks like a fucking student apartment.
Did it look like William Bonak's house?
No, it's clean. So, yeah. And so I just thought, I need to get rid of some of this because it looks like a student house.
So you're growing up?
I'm trying, mate. I'm growing my beard longer again, and I've got pubes now. And I've been.
You got pubes? Nobody likes pubes.
Yeah, but they've started growing because I've just hit puberty. No, but it's just it's weird because in like my garage as well, there was just so much shit in there. I was like, where has all this come from? Like, I actually found a giant box of supplements.
Yeah,
all out of date.
Yeah, I've done that.
Like, it's a huge box.
Yeah.
That was like half the skip.
All right, but the $1 million question is: did you throw away the lawnmower?
Yes, I did.
You threw away the lawnmower?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because the guy who owned the house before, the house I'm moving into, I had some contact with the previous tenant because we worked out it was much easier that if I took over his Wi-Fi rather than transfer mine over, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he also said, I recently just bought a lot of garden equipment. It's all brand new, and he sent me pictures of all this stuff. And I was like, that lawnmower looks sick.
Is it a good lawnmower?
And he was like, would you like it?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, please. So, as a result, got all new garden stuff.
You should have kept the old lawnmower, though.
I still got it. It's in the garage. I'm just not taking it with me. I'm leaving it in this garage.
Keep it, man. You got to keep that thing. It's made you famous. That's just to piss people off. Every time somebody pisses you off, just pull out the old lawnmower and make a video.
Well, mate, what I could do is devote the shit lawnmower to the front garden and the actual lawnmower to the front garden. So I think separate jobs.
It's become your thing. I don't think you should throw it away.
All right. Well, maybe we should put it in the comments.
Put in your comments if you want him to keep his lawnmower.
Here's an even better idea for any of you fucking odd people who watch this. Does anyone want to buy it?
Oh, you could get a signed shit lawnmower.
It's the lawnmower, the Flymo from the video, from the Instagram, from the man.
Are you going to sign it?
That's up to the person who buys it.
Do they get your dirty underwear with it? That's probably going to be one of the things they want.
No, that would be under a separate auction.
Separate order.
So
you're moving to the new house. What's the new house look like? Is it a townhouse? Is it a standalone?
It's 4 bedrooms.
I know, but is it attached to like another?
Wait, so I'm trying to work out. So it's basically like there's like a center bit, the entrance, and then the stairs in front of you.
Yeah.
And then there's the big downstairs room on the right hand side and the left hand side. So it's basically like perfectly parallel.
Okay.
House, but it's kind of cottagey, but it's in a mostly suburban area.
But what I'm asking is the house, like, I'm probably not using the right lingo because we're from different sides of the fucking world.
No, I know. I'm trying to make it I'm trying to describe kind of what it looks like with the layout of the rooms. It's just very square.
I know, but is it connected to another house or is it standby?
It's completely
so you got your own place. Okay.
Yes,
and you bought it or rented it?
I'm renting it.
You're renting it. Is it expensive to buy houses there?
No, it's not that. It's just I don't know where I want to live, after when I retire.
Oh, okay.
So I'd rather rent based on my career pattern, which is
wouldn't it make more sense to buy and then sell and make some money on it?
It would, but it's pretty difficult to buy here.
Is it really?
it's not. It isn't. But for the way I'm trying to strategize it is just because I don't want to put all that money and investment into a house I may not live in for a while.
Okay.
I want to buy when I know when I can settle somewhere.
Yeah.
And also that gives me the more time I give that, and based on my career, the more time I have to save, the nicer the house I can buy eventually.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is there... I rent, and I rent to the point where it's nice, but I can still save money.
Yeah, and I know obviously there's going to be rooms for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And what about? Is there a female helping you decorate?
No, I'm out with my daughter.
Your daughter? How old's your daughter again?
15, but she's she does like art and design and shit like that. I think
she's probably got better taste.
When I say I know she does it, but I don't know what degree, and I don't know if furniture's involved in that. Because I know she does fashion. I know that, but I do think she has something to do. I'm pretty sure she was saying something about interior design when I last saw her.
Well, if you have an eye for fashion, usually you have a decent eye for other.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So she might have the eyes that I don't have.
Yeah.
Because they passed me, my generation.
Well, because you're a meathead and she's not.
Yeah. So she has all my good bits, and I'm just shit.
What's going on with the female situation? Anybody around, or are you still celibate?
Mate, I'm celibate. We've been over this. I'm celibate until I move.
How long have you been celibate? Like actually celibate? Like 3 days?
It's been like the size of my forearm.
What is that? I don't understand what the fuck that means.
I think this one's bigger now. That's how long it's been.
Sorry, it went fucking yeah. Okay, so you move tomorrow?
Yes. Well, no, the guy comes and packs for me tomorrow. Well, some guys. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Don't sound like that. I'm getting some guys to come around and pack me tomorrow. That's what you're going to sound like. Fuck. It's no. Yes. So the company are coming tomorrow morning. They're going to just pack up my house or help me pack up the rest of it.
Yeah.
Leave it all in the house or in boxes, and then Wednesday morning they come and load it all into the truck and drive it down to the new place. And
your new place is close to your gym, and that's where Hollingshed trains, right?
It's where I train. It's where I always train.
I know, but you and Hollingshed are going to start training together.
Yeah, James and I started training today.
Is it Hollingshed or Hollingshead?
Hollingshead.
Okay, Hollingshead. Okay. Anyway, so are you guys going to start training together?
Yeah, as much as we can. Yeah. So
that's going to be interesting. You guys are both.
Yeah. So when I move closer to Muscleworks, I'll also be closer to normally where he trains, which is King. So we can like flip flop between the two.
I like that King gym. It looks cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I mean, it's not as good. The Muscleworks has way better equipment.
Really?
I mean, equipment-wise, it's the best gym I've ever been to ever.
Yeah.
The Kings does have a really good atmosphere too.
What don't you guys do different splits though? Isn't he on like a push-pull legs and you do like a 4 or 5 day or something like that?
Well, he just said he basically wants to follow my lead.
Okay.
Because he just said he needs overall size and some of his weaker areas that he considers weak. It's vice versa. So
why is James always like 300 pounds lean, and then not? It doesn't seem to appear on stage that way. Like he's got a crazy physique, and then somehow it just doesn't represent the same on stage.
I think he's very lucky in the fact that he always looks very grainy because he's very vascular year round, and he's got great skin tone, and he stays very round. So he never looks fat, even if he is.
I know, but how come he can't? Like you would think somebody.
Because I'm saying maybe he actually is. He's holding more body fat than we think he is because he looks good.
I see what you're saying.
But again, that's just a guess because I've seen him and he doesn't look fat.
No,
but
no,
maybe he's like hiding it somewhere else. Maybe he's hiding all that weight in his beard or something.
No, I'm serious though. It's fucked up because I see him post at like 290. And it's like everything's separated.
It is insane. I don't know.
And then I don't know how it doesn't translate.
That's one thing he wants to work out too. I think it's a question of maybe his metabolism was either a lot quicker than people think or it's a lot slower than people think. Or it's just different. So that's why he's working with the Aceto because I think Aceto is the man to kind of figure that out.
Was he working? He was working with Phil Viz, wasn't he?
Yes.
Did he switch to Aceto?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
For his last show.
Oh, okay. Wasn't his last show like a 4-week prep or some shit? Yeah,
exactly. And he did look bigger than ever.
Huh.
And he was in good shape. He wasn't as dry as he normally is because I think it was just because it was so short.
Yeah.
he was aiming for a slightly later show, but he looked fucking good.
Yeah, he did. He did look
and
really
he looked
good.
bigger, and I think maybe like Chris can figure out that like gap. Like where does it go? There's like he just kind of just goes a little bit. Just,
yeah, it deflates a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not body parts. Like some people, like you say, how his legs are going.
Yeah.
With James, it's like everything's even.
His whole body comes down a bit. Yeah, I agree.
Or maybe his head just gets bigger.
What was I going to say? So I did a shake and bake video yesterday. Have you ever had shake and bake?
Well, no, we did talk about this last week.
And you haven't had it?
No.
Okay. I thought we should. I was thinking about a macaroni and cheese eating contest. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that?
What are you talking about?
I think we should do a mac and cheese eating contest.
Okay.
You don't want to do that?
Yeah, it wasn't what I do want to do. I just understand how you want to do that.
We're going to do it overseas.
Right.
We're going to do an overseas challenge. So we're going to film you. We'll see how many cans of mac and cheese you can eat, and I'll see how many boxes of mac and cheese I can eat. And we'll film it.
Okay, deal.
Okay. But there's got to be a prize.
It's a bit gross. I mean, it's just basically going to be two fat cunts going, I fucking know.
We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it on the podcast. Film it separate.
I can just speed mine up, edit it.
Yeah, you'll speed it up. I don't want to watch you slowly eat 10 cans of mac and cheese.
Just the whole thing's in slow motion.
No, we're going to fast forward the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But
it's like a 6-second long video. All this mac and cheese just disappears and then we're just suddenly really puffy.
We should have we should have an overseas challenge. So we can see. And then we have to come up with something that the loser's going to do.
Okay.
So we're going to let the fans decide what the loser has to do.
What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean?
This is getting really serious now.
What do you mean?
Because it's gone from let's have a mac and cheese eating competition overseas live, and then it's like let the fans decide our fate. It's like I've just been thrown in the Colosseum.
Oh, are you scared?
No, I just don't know this is escalating quite quickly. These motherfuckers could literally choose anything.
Oh, we have to agree to it. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to shave your head.
No, I'm not.
Although we could say you should shave your head.
Well, I'm not doing it, so
you're not going to do it.
No.
All right.
It's like saying something like
you shave my head. All right.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll let them decide, and we'll agree on one of the things that they post in the comments section.
All right.
How's that sound?
Okay.
It's
still a bit weird. It's still a bit weird, isn't it?
How's it weird?
Let's eat mac and cheese and then decide what the loser has to do.
You've never done.
You imagine pitching that sport, right?
You've never done an eating challenge?
No, I have, but the way you're describing it is mental.
Why?
Right, because we're having a macaroni and cheese, the shit version eating contest overseas, live on air.
Not live on air.
The whole purpose. Okay,
not live. Not live.
So we're eating macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
As an eating competition, which is weird just anyway, because we're in a different country. And then the viewers decide what our punishment is for the loser.
The loser, yeah.
That's a mental whole thing, and that is crazy.
How is that crazy? I bet you, how many people do you think actually want to watch that?
I think there's a lot, but I'm just saying the concept itself is crazy.
That's the whole point.
Right.
The whole concept, like when you watch Brian Shaw eat like every item on the Taco Bell menu, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's awesome to see.
Okay. Right.
So we can change the bet.
No, just do it.
All right, you want to get some questions?
Yes. There's some good ones today and some terrible ones.
I didn't go through them. You went through them already?
Well, I get typed in a lot of them, so you know.
All right. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Let me find.
Would you guys ever leave your country and where to and why? I'd go to Dallas. I'd move to Texas. Even though I wasn't.
I've never been to Texas, but everyone says it's really good, and obviously Ben likes it.
I like it there. Even though I was blocked from entering the United States last week. And I was not wearing my Muslim hat, for those of you who are wondering if I was wearing my Muslim. I did have my Muslim beard on, and that could have been why.
Yeah, you're just driving like holding a book.
What the
instead.
fuck? I couldn't believe it, man. They were like, no, you're not coming in. I'm like, you're not going to get fired, right? And they don't give a shit. They're like, sorry, go home, get a permit, come back. Yeah. Have you ever had that problem traveling from the UK?
No.
Yeah, but you're white. That's probably why. I'm sprinkling a little bit of racism.
How dare you? You just assume that I'm white just by the color of my skin.
Listen,
Fuck you.
They say it's they're like it's random. They pull in people randomly, but everybody in the little area I was in was all brown. Doesn't seem very random to me.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that was like when I got pulled over going into Miami Airport. Like, what was it, like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. I forgot to change the view here. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
And I got as soon as I walked in, they just looked at me and just stamped on my passport, sent me through, and then I had to sit in customs for nearly 2 hours.
Why was this?
Because they wanted to check everything, and they put me in the queue of people who all of them were Mexican. And it was me. So they're obviously just pinpointing people.
Yeah. It's not fucking random. I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing random about it. The biggest guy in the airport.
Yeah.
And a bunch of Mexicans. I mean, if there was just some like random blonde white girl in there, a black guy, he was a very like a peppered mix.
Not mine either.
No, this is random. It wasn't. It was not random.
No, not at all. And then I was like, I told the girl, like, I was shooting. For those of you who don't know, I was going to shoot a video for Gasp. We're supposed to, and it's, what's funny? Everybody's asked me, like, who's the one guy you want to train with? Branch Warren is the only guy I want to train with.
What? It's rude.
Well, I'm not saying I don't want to. I trained with you already.
I'm joking.
No, but like, you're coming up. You're like, when you're like, there's certain people. You're like, yeah, I wonder if I could hang with that guy or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Branch is one of those guys that I want to train with. So I was supposed to fly down, train with Branch, and then Gasp had this whole barbecue set up for us. It was like supposed to be a whole weekend thing. And they're like, no, like, you can't, you're working in the US. I'm like, but it's a fucking European company. Like, cause Gasp is from Sweden, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, no, you're working in the US. It's my fault for being honest. I should have just lied and been like, I'm going to visit a friend, but I thought I'll just be honest and it'll go okay. And they fucking turned my ass around.
Yes. Because you're brown.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like to say that, but it's one of two things: either because I'm brown or because I'm a bodybuilder. That's how I see it.
You dirty brown bodybuilder.
I got two strikes.
Only you're brown. You're a fucking junkie as well.
Yeah. I got 2 strikes against me.
Coming to the United States, we got enough of you. Fuck off.
Anyway, so this guy asked, "Where would you want to live if not here?" Probably Dallas, Texas. I like it there.
Well, if you can get in.
If they would let me in, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you in. It's unlikely. Look at you. No, I've never been there, but everyone says it's really
Is there
nice.
anywhere you want to live other than the UK?
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. Based on the way Norway looks, somewhere like Norway.
Yeah.
If I could speak the language.
I imagine it would be too soft, but I don't know anything about Norway. It just seems too civil for you.
It looks, I like that. Like a bit of passive aggressiveness. Nice.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Or someone like New Zealand.
New Zealand sounds nice.
Yeah.
I
mean, I've only been to Vancouver and Toronto, and I thought both of them were really nice too.
Yeah. Canada's a good place to live. Yeah.
So maybe Canada, New Zealand, or someone like Norway, some of the Nordic countries.
Mm-hmm. All right. Advice for keeping shape as you add mass for classic or open.
Don't rush it.
Take your time. Don't overfeed.
Yeah. Build your muscle with your training, not the abuse of anything else.
I think that's what I did wrong. I trained hard, but I think I tried to build muscle with too much food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I always thought more food.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably my downfall. If I had to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't.
Because that means you're forcing it. So yeah, it makes sense.
Well, because I always thought I got into this mindset where I was like, if I'm not gaining weight, then I'm not doing it right.
Yeah.
Like after your show, you put on like a certain amount of weight. Like maybe I'll go up to like 260 or 270.
Yeah.
You're eating a surplus of calories.
Yeah.
So with what you just said, basically you'd keep eating that surplus of calories and just train your ass off and let your body grow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough for me. I was like, no, my weight's got to keep increasing. I got to keep eating. So even though I was already in a surplus, I kept adding more and more food.
Well, yeah. As we said, that's forcing it.
Yeah. So that's the wrong way to do it.
Which is quite interesting because a lot of people might assume it's because, Fouad took more drugs. When that's not what you forced. You forced the eating.
I did that for a couple of years. There was a couple of years where I went heavy. Yeah. But it didn't result in any greater gains than the years where I went light.
Well, there you go. That's even kind of more adding to your point that food and training is what makes the majority of the difference.
Yeah, but I think what you said is the most important part is you just have to let the training do the work because I tried to speed it up and I think I ruined my physique a little bit in the process of trying to speed it up.
I think if you're going to speed it up, I think it's speeding up with your training a bit more than anything else. Which doesn't mean get really reckless with it and just keep trying to get stronger and do and potentially dangerous things. Just learn as much as possible about training as you can.
Yeah.
And actually be methodical, think about it, make it work for you based on your physique, the lifts you can do, what needs work, what needs less work, what needs more work, what poses suck, why they suck.
Yeah.
And train that in the process of learning as much about training as you can so you can sort of put in different methods in place. That if you obsess over your training and get all that shit down, you don't need to force anything else.
So you only train 4 days a week, right?
Yeah.
I think if I had to go back and do it all over again, I think I would train.
Actually, sorry, five.
Yeah, but I think that's what if I had to go back and do it all over again, I wouldn't. There was a few years in there where I was training 6-7 days a week sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't do that. I would go back and just 4 or 5 days would be the max.
Well, I mean, the reason I kind of say about like the training and learn as much as you can, because then it makes it easier to figure out what does work for you. Because I think my favorite three Mr. Olympias are Ronnie, Jay, and Dorian. And kind of all three of them are known for being crazy in the gym, and all three of them are totally different.
Yeah.
So meaning the three of them obsessed over the training. Yeah. That's what they put their attention to, and all three of them came out with a completely different conclusion about what worked for them.
Yeah.
But they all figured it out because that's what they obsessed over.
It's funny though, it's like I feel like we know a lot about Jay and Ronnie's diets, but I don't feel like I know as much about Dorian's diet.
But I think it was very basic. But I mean, the main point of what we all know.
But has he ever put anything out about it?
Yeah, I think he has put like muscle development. He's put out diets and stuff.
Oh, has he? Okay.
And they're pretty just normal diets.
Yeah, yeah.
But he never pushed the drugs.
Yeah.
And he pushed his training but he figured it out that worked for him, which was totally different from what everyone else was doing.
Yeah.
Ronnie trained his entire body that way twice a week.
It's funny. Ronnie's like a combination of Dorian and Jay.
Yeah, but he had to find out that he could train his body 3 times. Twice.
2 times a week. Yeah. But that's
the way he does, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But he does like the weights that Dorian lifts, but he does the volume that Jay has. And he created, but I don't think a normal person's body could sustain that.
No, but Ronnie figured out that his could.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Jay, who worked, he said later in his career, he started doing way more volume, and that's when he really took off because that worked for him.
I never knew Jay did low volume. I thought Jay was always.
No, he did not. He just, but I think I've seen most of his DVDs. I think.
Yeah.
And as his career went on, he just started, his workouts got longer, he did more sets, and then he got known as this volume guy. He's not known for low volume, he's known for really high volume.
Do you think there's a period where you can do too much volume? Because sometimes I'm in the gym and I feel like the last couple of weeks for my leg days, I've scaled back on the volume a bit. Like normally I do more feeder sets.
Yeah.
And I scaled back on them a bit. And both leg workouts were just insane. So do you think there's a period where you're like I'd do 3, 4, 5 feeder sets before getting into 2 or 3 working sets.
Yeah.
So I'd be on like one machine, like I'd be on the leg press for like 8 sets.
Well, I mean, I think it would go back to looking at Jay as an example. He worked out that the higher the volume he kind of went to a point, worked better for him. But in the same time, he also had that huge appetite, and he did have to put away a lot of food. So I think he figured out the balance between the two. Whereas if you can't eat like Jay, you can't train like Jay.
Yeah. But what I'm asking you is, do you think too many feeder sets or warm-up sets, whatever you want to call them, do you think it's a way, like it's not? Do you think
I don't think
you're hurting your overall workout?
I don't think it's necessary, no. But I think it can help in a way by adding some volume without like tearing yourself down too much with working sets. But again, it will eat into your recovery.
Yeah.
So again, it depends if you can eat for that.
The thing is, I wonder, are you wasting a lot of glycogen on feeder sets and not using it where you need it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer.
You know what I mean?
But
like,
I know exactly what you mean, but it's more. I think it's, if you kind of break it down, if you are doing more sets, using up more calories, burning more fuel to a certain extent, whatever you want to call it, if you're able to eat to compensate that and more, then I don't think that'd be a problem at all, and you might actually get more growth out of that.
Yeah.
So I think it's person dependent.
Okay. Time is Muscle says, if there was one deceased bodybuilder you could bring back to life for one workout with you, who would it be? And what? This is like a depressing question.
Dallas, and the answer is Dallas.
I was going to say Dallas too. Although I couldn't fucking hang with him at all. He'd be like deadlifting 9 plates and I'd be deadlifting 3.
Yeah, and he'd let you fucking know about it as well, wouldn't he?
But I still want to work out with him, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I'd like to catch a workout. You know what's funny? I wish I knew Rich Piana better.
Yeah, he seemed very cool, actually. He did.
I have to be honest, I passed judgment on him too early on. Because he put out videos about stuff, and I was like, this isn't good for the sport. But then it was because I wasn't actually watching the videos.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are guilty of.
Yeah. And when I actually watched the videos and listened to him talk, I'm like, okay, this is like, it's absolutely amazing. Like, he's saying all this shit.
You are literally describing Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman.
What do you mean?
Because everyone's shitting all over him.
Yeah.
Because of one film.
Yeah.
And no one's watched anything else.
Yeah.
So they're just saying he's shit. And then when they do decide to watch his other stuff, they're like, holy shit, he's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. But I always looked at like the tattoos and what I was like, oh, this isn't good for bodybuilding. This is not representing the body. And then, but when you listen to him speak and you see the way he interacts with people, you're like, wait a minute, this is actually the way everybody should be.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I catch a workout with Rich Piana.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
What do you, are you on right now? Do you want to talk about that or no? Are you coasting? Are you TRTing?
No,
what are you doing?
I'm just right in the middle of the off season.
So you're like, everything's going
on. To be fair, I don't actually go on. I stay in a TRT.
Yeah.
And the meet on is just pretty much double that.
Okay. So it's always not high.
No, because again, I don't want to force anything now. Like, I don't want to get excessively big. I don't want to. If any improvements I make in my physique, I want to be doing that through training, not like just putting on shit. And I think a lot of that is people struggles to. This is just something I'm doing now because obviously I've got to the size I need, so it's not about that anymore.
But are you tempted when you see like Antoine at 320 pounds? Are you tempted to like pack on more weight, or are you just because A, I'm bigger than Antoine. Yeah,
and B, I'm about 306, and I'm 4 inches shorter than him.
Is that what you weigh right now?
Yeah,
dude, you're a fucking animal.
So like, he looks absolutely insane though. That was not a dig at him whatsoever.
No, I know.
Just like he put up a picture earlier.
He what?
He put up.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
He looks insane. Like, unless I was bigger than him about 4 weeks ago because he hadn't quite and now he's put the pedal down and just exploded.
Yeah. I talked to him like last week. He said he was like 315 and now he's 320. I'm like, this guy's just gaining fucking weight. Like, and he's not getting sloppy. He's a little soft, but like, for 320 pounds, he looks crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting this year to see him on stage.
I think he's doing it with his training as well. Because he's a big training guy.
I know his food is like on par though. Like he eats a lot and he eats on time and you don't miss shit.
But what I mean is he's not forcing his food, not forcing the drugs. He's eating according to his training and he's sticking to it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Can everybody be 260 pounds plus? Or a few people can keep up with me in training. I can take the drugs. I can eat all the food, but I'm barely over 220 at 5'9". Have I just found the right formula, or is it just not in the cards for me? So this guy's saying he's doing everything right, but he can't.
Okay, what's the time frame?
I see guys blow up in a weight over like a 3-year period. He doesn't say how long he's been doing that.
Well, then that's the most important piece of information there.
Yeah. So your advice to him is but can everybody be over 260? Because I don't think everybody can.
I'm saying I don't know, and neither does he.
Yeah.
Because if he's only been doing it, say, 2 years, or then how the fuck do you know? I didn't do it in 2 years.
Yeah.
I think. And most people don't, unless you're a true freak. But a lot of guys who are that weight did it in 10 years.
So you're saying for anybody who's wondering that, you just need to do everything perfectly for as long as possible.
That's it. This is the very potentially disappointing thing about bodybuilding.
You never know.
You could do it for 10 years and keep dreaming, and you just shit.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
Yeah.
Or you kind of the longer you go, the more you know where you can go.
Yeah.
No, so a lot of guys, I would say that a lot of guys, if you're eating and training properly and you're taking whatever you need to take, and you do that consistently for 10 years, I do believe most people could get to 260.
I know guys who there are, I don't know, man. I don't know how, because I do know a lot of guys who at least say they're doing everything right.
But are they? That's the difference.
Yeah, I know. No, you're right. So you're saying what percentage of guys would you say can break 260?
85.
Really? You think it's that high?
Yeah. But how many of them are willing to
put in the amount of work?
Yes.
All right. I'll give you that. Any chance of Luke joining the Hostile Subs team?
In 5 years, make me an offer.
I'll make you an offer when your contract's up. We'll see.
In 5 years, yeah.
Okay. Does Luke Sandoe like the band Parkway Drive?
Yes.
What would it take for Fouad Abiad to get hoops in his ears just like Luke? I wanted them, actually. I actually wanted those when I first saw them like 5 years ago, maybe longer.
I always find it really weird when people bring them up because I always forget that I have them. Because I've had them.
Well, it's not it's not an everyday thing you see.
I don't know. Because to me it is.
You see a lot of people with those in their ears?
No, I see myself every day.
I know, but you don't see a lot of people with them in their ears.
I see a few. It's not as uncommon as.
It's not like tattoos, is what I'm saying. It's not like, you know what I mean? Everybody has a tattoo.
No, but to me, I've had them for so long. It's when people point them out, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like normal to you.
Yeah.
I would get them. I thought about getting them. My wife was like, don't get them. You're not getting them.
I like them, but I've had them since I was 15.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a long fucking time.
It's a fucking long time. Committed.
Thoughts on cardio after training while trying to put on size?
Thoughts running backwards while I try to move forwards.
So don't do cardio after training?
Well, what's the cardio for? Why are you doing it? And
what if they say, I'm trying to stay lean while putting on size?
Just don't eat as much.
Yeah, that's what you think? Really?
Yeah, and train harder.
What about I saw this question here, and I always get this question actually, so it stuck in my head.
When you just think about it this way, in a diet, you use cardio to burn calories, right? When you're dieting down for a show.
That's right.
So if you're getting a little bit fat, if you add cardio and you're just burning calories, right? Just eat less calories.
Yeah, but some people, and this is always a common debate, is it better to eat more food with more output, or is it better to eat less food and less output?
Or try both, and then you'll know your answer.
Okay, but what do you think?
I don't know. I've never done it.
You've never done what? More food and more output?
No, I've never done post-workout cardio during my off season to try and stay leaner. If I got fat, I would add cardio and reduce my food. and pull it back. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't layer it over a time, because I try and push as hard as I can for a few weeks. If I got a bit soft, I would pull my food back for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Do morning cardio for 3 weeks, and then when I was happy with where I was, I can push back up.
See, I always have a set output. Like my cardio is 4 times a week, plus my training, and then I eat as much as I can. And if I start getting fat, I pull my food back, but my output doesn't change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you guys, you know what I noticed? Can you tell me why some of these guys that have no business commenting on professional bodybuilding? No, seriously, this was really
I know, but that was just a very good little way of introducing that.
Fucking riled me right up. I saw this. I'm not going to mention the video.
Do it.
No, because I don't want to get this guy any fucking clout in case he gets like more viewers because of us.
Okay, cool.
Okay, fine. His name's like Tominator or some shit on YouTube, and he makes videos about professional bodybuilding.
Oh, cool.
And his videos get hundreds of thousands of views.
What the fuck?
Like,
why don't the bodybuilders just get those followers?
I don't understand.
It's so weird. It's like these like weird little channels that just review bodybuilders get way more attention than the actual bodybuilders.
That's what I'm curious about. I'm like, he's got videos like, and he did a video had like five reasons why the IFBB is shit or some shit like that. And I'm like, you're making money off the fucking IFBB and off the pros. But the comments were so pointless. They were like, the Mr. Olympia only gets paid $400,000 a year, and NBA players that barely play get paid more than that. And I'm like, yeah, it's called viewership. The whole fucking world watches the NBA.
It's also called
there's 40,000 people at a fucking basketball game. There's like 400 at a fucking bodybuilding event. Like, how are you comparing these two things? These people not know where the fucking money comes from?
Yeah. It's also like comparing becoming a doctor to winning Mr. Olympia. It's like a doctor doesn't earn as much as that in a year. And it's like, it's just comparing two almost completely different careers.
All I'm saying is this:
it's based on purely their pay. What?
He's saying, well, this is a professional sport and that's a professional sport, so it should be exactly the fucking same.
No, it's not.
And I'm like, no, because it depends on your fucking viewership. If you're only like the Mr. Olympia has what, 5,000 people watch it?
Yeah,
something like that. 10,000 max. If you go to like any basketball game, there's like 20,000 people in the stands, and not to mention all the TV deals and all the fucking cable channel deals and all the shit they have. It's like, I don't know how. And then 300,000 people watch the video. And I'm like, so this guy is the authority on bodybuilding, even though he looks like he doesn't even compete. And he doesn't really know what he's talking about.
I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him.
I never heard of him. It just popped up on my YouTube. Like, it was like one of the suggested like videos.
Sounds like a tit, I guess. Is he having a go at the IFBB Pro League or the IFBB?
Or the Pro League, like us.
Oh, you fucking
yeah. He's talking about the Olympia and how it's shit, and the lighting is shit, and how the videos are shit, and they should all be in 4K, and it's just one fucking thing after another.
Right, if you think it's shit, put the money up for it then.
Well, if you think it's shit, just stop watching it. Fuck off. Like, you're making your money. Well, I'm just saying, you're making your money off the IFBB, and then you're like, it's shit. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like, get out of here. I don't know. It just bugs me. It's like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, I get it. I mean, I'm going to watch his videos now, and he sounds like a right cunt. So.
Anyway, do either of you use digestive enzymes?
Occasionally.
What do you use?
Usually bromelain.
That's the only one?
Yeah. I've got. What is it? Digest Gold was one I was recommended.
Yeah, I tried that.
By Scott Stevenson. That's pretty much has everything in there that you kind of need for like breaking down.
Don't you think it gets too expensive though?
It does, which is why I'm saying I rarely use them. Because
it's like you got to take a pill or two with every fucking meal, and I'm like, okay, so I'm taking that's the whole bottle in 1 week.
Yeah, so but I think what's a better idea is looking after your actual digestion by eating some of the right foods, paying attention to your gut flora, using plenty of fiber. Then I don't think you need the digestive enzymes.
Yeah.
Occasionally you may, if you start pushing your food, like if you're having a cheat meal or something like that, it may help.
When you say fiber, do you think too much fiber is bad? Because I've always felt that way.
No, it depends. Non-soluble fiber, no. If you use like a good amount, I think it makes a huge difference.
Okay, but are you using a fiber supplement or are you doing a lot of fiber in your food?
A fiber supplement.
Okay. But you don't think, like I tried a higher fiber diet for a little while. It just fucked my appetite right up.
No, I do a fiber supplement. So I do GI juice, which is the Redcon 1 gene greens, kind of, and it has digestive enzymes in it as well.
Yeah.
And the fiber.
Okay.
Which is just normally like a psyllium-based product, psyllium husks-based. Like
so you're not adding like beans to your fucking meals or like shit? No, okay. No. Because people tell me that shit, and I'm like, you don't want to do that because it's going to slow you down. You're not going to be able to eat the next meal.
Yeah, it does. But if you use the right fiber, it actually keeps everything nice and clear and everything.
Maybe that's my problem. I don't know enough about the fibers.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with something like Lepicol or Fiberlize or something.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather fight a duck the same size as... I don't know what the fuck. I've had this fucking question before. Duck the size of a horse, was it, or horses the size of ducks? Let me read the question for those people who are on Instagram. Would you rather fight a duck the same size as a bear or 100 bears the same size as a duck?
Obviously, bears the size of a duck.
I don't think so.
Are you mental? You'd fight a giant fucking duck.
What's a duck gonna do to you?
Peck your fucking head off.
No, I don't think so.
It's a giant duck.
I know, but it's got
bears weigh up to 800 pounds.
Wait a minute, it's not a giant. A bear on its hind legs weighs. It's probably stands 7 feet.
800 pounds.
Okay, wait a minute. Just let me finish.
800-pound duck.
Just let me finish. Think about all the weapons on 100 bears. Think about 100 little bears and all their paws and their mouths.
Yes, and imagine me with a spade.
It'll shred you. It'll shred you to pieces.
No, I'd be kicking the shit out of them.
No
I'd
way.
still rather that than a giant duck.
No, because if you're gonna die, I would rather die all at once. The duck will grab your head and snap it off.
I don't. No, all right. Well, I'm going in with the tiny little bears, like fucking Care Bears with needles.
Do you watch?
Care Bears? They're basically cats.
Wait a minute.
Scratch you, and what are they going to do? Bite through my shoe?
Much more vicious, though. Okay, why? Okay, do you watch the you follow the Nature is Metal page, right?
Yes. Bears are only terrifying.
Okay, wait a minute.
They weigh 800 pounds.
Wait a minute.
The size of a duck, they are not scary whatsoever.
Okay. Do you ever see the videos with the wild dogs? And there's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And they rip apart anything that they'll catch something and they'll take like 1,000 bites out of it even while it's alive.
I have, mate. But Fouad, listen.
Wait a minute. Now, is that more horrifying than watching a lion kill something with one bite?
Yes, but those dogs wouldn't be able to do that if they were the size of ducks.
There's 100, not 10.
I don't care. They're the size of fucking ducks.
I would rather. Okay, in my opinion, you're going to die either way, so I'd rather die all at once.
But I don't think I think I could survive.
I don't think you'd survive.
I think I could.
That's what every animal thinks, and then one dog grabs.
Also, you're counting on all of them attacking and not me being able to frighten them off.
Well, you're going to fight some, but there's 100.
Yeah, and I frighten the other ones away. I'm a giant man to them. They're not going to be like, oh, this seems reasonable.
No, man. I'm telling you, you're going to get eaten alive slowly by 100 bears.
Absolutely, out of your mind.
If a duck...
Yes, if you're going into this scenario knowing you're going to die, I'd go the duck route. In real life...
Okay, that's what I'm saying, though, because you're not going to live.
I think I would beat 100 little tiny duck-sized bears.
All right, let's see. I want to...
I could just literally just run. And
no,
just
you
run
can't. You can't run. You can't run. You have to stay in this.
What the fuck? You're adding to it now. What?
Well, let's assume that you have to stay in like a ring, like a UFC ring. Like you have to stay in.
Why? What?
Well, you can't run away. What's the point of the fucking?
No, because I can still do that. I can just run from side to side, just crushing them, kicking them. They're the size of ducks.
But they're fucking bears.
A duck is about this big.
They will swipe at your Achilles tendons and start shredding them with their claws.
Tiny little shit's paws.
Massive claws.
That are like this big.
A duck's not that
like
small.
the size of a grain of rice. They're like probably not even as sharp as a cat's claw.
Oh,
Right?
it is. It is. For sure it is.
But bears are only terrifying and only are able to destroy you because they're fucking massive.
I agree. But with 100 angry little bears.
I don't even want to be attacked by 100 ducks. They're horrible. They can fly at you.
That's my point. 100 ducks.
They're like going fucking mental at you.
That's my whole point.
They're horrible.
Yeah, you'd rather be attacked
and they can move way quicker than 100 little bears. Are shit. They can barely run.
What
and
are you
also
talking
when
about?
they're running,
Bears run at 65 miles per hour.
Yes, with both of their feet on the floor.
Okay.
Like all four. So what are they doing when they're running at me?
Their fucking mouth. They're gonna bite your fucking You're gonna bite your Achilles tendon off, and then you're gonna fall down, and then they're gonna start
shoes on,
and then they're gonna start eating your stomach, and you're gonna be alive while they're
the size of ducks. You're upset out of your mind.
I'm telling you, one big duck, one snap.
Of course. But I don't believe I would die with the tiny bears.
All right, I think we should ask in the comments section: Can Luke survive 100 angry bears the size of ducks?
Wait. Can I survive 100 tiny duck-sized bears?
They're angry.
Who said they're angry?
Well, they're fighting you for a reason.
No, they just want to eat. All they want is to taste my delicious, yummy flesh.
I want to know in the comments section what you guys think. I think Luke would be torn apart while he was alive. And
I don't believe a single bear could bite through a pair of Magnum boots.
100%.
Not when they're the size of a duck.
But they'll bite your calves. Your boots aren't that high.
My dog would be more. My dog, that little fucking prick that's barking, is shut up.
He sees you getting riled up. That's why.
Because he doesn't like the idea of the small ducks. And small bear-sized ducks. He is probably more dangerous than a bear-sized duck. He's also double the size. And I know for
your
a fact
dog is about this. Your dog is smaller than a duck.
What type of duck are you talking about?
I have ducks in my backyard. They're like.
Are you talking about like some giant Canadian fucking?
That's like a duck right there.
That's
right?
a big duck.
Okay, here.
A duck, mate. They're like this big. They're really like they're pretty small. The bears are this big.
Yeah, but they have sharp claws and teeth.
They're this big. They're literally this tall. They're smaller than my face.
All right, we don't need to argue. We'll see what they say in the comment section. Right. I want to know what if they think you'll survive it. I don't think that will.
Okay, all right.
That's a horrible death, by the way.
Yeah, but it's like all right. You'll just keep going. I'm not doing this.
We've had bodybuilders lead the way for change on stage. Arnold Haney, Dorian, and Ronnie. I don't feel like another one since Ronnie has surpassed the previous Mr. O. Do you think the days are gone where someone will come by and redefine the sport?
I don't think it will advance the sport in the way of what's the next thing. I think they'll reinvent something that has already been. So we'll get like a really classical looking Mr. Olympia, or we'll get an absolute mass monster, Jay Cutler, Dorian Yates, freak Mr. Olympia.
Do you think there's a better? Okay, this is actually interesting to me because if you think of the most classical, best shaped Mr. Olympia, in my opinion, I think of Lee Haney.
Yep.
Okay, but Lee Haney was a little bit lacking in the leg size the way we look at it today. So yes. if I'm thinking of the most complete classic looking Mr. Olympia ever, I'm thinking like 98, 99 Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
Is there a better physique that you'll ever find than a 98, 99 Ronnie Coleman? Like, is there really?
I hope we do see that. Otherwise, it's a pretty pessimistic thought, isn't it? I think someone like...
I don't think it's pessimistic. I just think it's...
I just want to see like another Mike Francois or something.
Do you think Mike's...
Something, yeah, but like what Mike Francois would have been had he not been cut short.
Do you think Mike Francois would have been better than Ronnie Coleman?
I think he would have been a white version of Ronnie Coleman in terms of that level of freakishness.
I could agree with that. It's hard to determine.
Well, you know how like Ronnie before he absolutely exploded.
Yeah.
He was still a freak, but had a nicer shape.
You mean like 95?
That's kind of what Mike Francois was.
Yeah.
If he kind of gone in a very similar kind of direction, he could have been like a Dorian Yates / Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, I could see that. But do you think we'll see something better than that? That's what I'm. It's like
I don't know if that
it's
is
hard to imagine.
But I think that is better than that.
Because this is what I think. I think Flex Wheeler probably has the most beautiful physique of all time. Like just sheer like prettiness, I guess. Yeah. Okay. But Ronnie beat him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just don't know how you get a better physique than Ronnie's. That's all. I'm just it's.
Well, I think better is
at that size. That's what I'm saying.
The better is preference.
Better is preference. You're right.
Which is what makes bodybuilding so good. Because a lot of people might be saying that Brandon Curry is the best Mr. Olympia they've ever seen.
That's true.
Because currently, that is what Mr. Olympia is.
Yeah.
And that's their era. So
yeah. It's a tough call. But how would they redefine the sport though? We've had aesthetic. We've had mass. We've had mass and aesthetic. It's like, where can you possibly see a new thing?
I don't think we need to see a new thing.
You just need to see a better thing.
Imagine if we saw a mass guy that also looked classic, something like that, something just mental.
Someone who looked like Chris Bumstead, but was like 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like something that's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it could happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you could see that, I guess, one day. It'd be really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I always think? You know the girls that are winning, like the girl who won the women's physique, was that Shanique Grant?
Yes.
I imagine if you had a bodybuilder with that physique.
There you go. That would be what it would be.
But like 280?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing it would be.
Yeah, like that's the most beautiful physique I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. We can probably move forward. No, I don't mean move forward in the show. I mean in bodybuilding can move forward. I didn't think of...
I know.
Yeah. If you could play any mainstream sport at any pro level and be good at it, what sport would you compete in?
Soccer.
Would you really?
They're the highest paid athletes in the world, yes.
Yeah, well, regardless of that, is that your favorite sport, like outside of bodybuilding?
No, but it gets paid the most.
Oh, you're just you're looking at it purely financially.
Yeah, and it's football. Like everyone loves footballers. In Europe, footballers are like gods.
Do they get paid the most? I thought basketball players get paid the most.
I think it's no, because I think some guys get like 250 grand a week.
Soccer?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Holy fuck! I should have kept playing soccer when I was younger.
Yeah, because that's what you'd be getting now.
I would. Hey, how do you know?
That's how good you were.
I was MVP of my soccer team when I was in grade 8.
None of that means anything to me. I'm from a different country.
I would probably be a fighter.
Yeah.
Not because they make a lot of money, because they don't. But I just have a passion for it.
Yeah.
Who would pick up more? You already answered this one.
Yeah, this fucking question.
Who would pick up more girls in their 20s? Luke with holes in his ears or Fouad with the blonde mohawk? Luke's response.
I feel like they're not remotely comparable. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
I still have these. Fouad is not a twat anymore. Well, yeah.
What do you mean? The mohawk wasn't. You have a mohawk because of me.
I do not have a mohawk.
Well, I
had this haircut before bodybuilding. I even knew what bodybuilding was. My hair's never changed.
All right. Well, I actually liked my mohawk as well as most of the people that followed me.
The blonde one was shit.
Well, that wasn't even a mohawk. That was just blonde hair when I was 23. Yeah, that was a big mistake.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He specifically said blonde. The mohawk was cool.
But he's comparing a mohawk and blonde, and there was never a
blonde mohawk or hole in the ears. That's what he's comparing.
All right. Well, I'll give you that. No blonde. I'll leave that out.
Yeah, and even Fouad's been like, "Oh, your ears are so cool, man. I might get some."
Do you all try and watch?
Will Luke Sandoe be starting his own chicken Kiev company? Yes. Biggest pet peeve in the gym.
What is that? What is that? What is that all about? The chicken Kiev company.
That it doesn't. It's a bit of a gross joke. I think I said it on air once.
Tell me.
It's really hard to put like a scenario on it. Basically, if a woman is a bit of a slut, and she's had sex with lots of men in one kind of sitting,
yeah.
The expression I said once, I'm pretty sure it was on air, would be, if you cut her open, she'd be like a chicken Kiev. You know what chicken Kiev is, right?
It's the
chicken breast with loads of like buttery sauce inside.
Yeah. That's fucking disgusting.
That's referencing that. I was hoping I wouldn't have to bring it up again.
Sorry, dude. I've never heard the expression.
Yeah, I'm sure I've said it on here. Anyway, biggest pet peeve in the gym: shadow boxing.
Really? I knew.
Fuck off! What are you doing? You just like standing in front of the numbers, like punching nothing. Fuck yourself. What are you doing? Do you want me to go into your shit dojo and just get in my pants and start posing in front of your punch bag? No, don't pretend to punch people in the gym.
Do you know why I think guys do that? Because they get intimidated by guys like us.
No,
I'm telling you. No. I'm telling you because I've seen guys like totally normal, totally fine. Like I'll be doing no. And then if they see me, they start doing this dumb shit. It's like they're trying to show me how tough they are, and I'm like,
they think that if you catch them punching like that, you're gonna go, whoa, let's not mess with that guy.
Listen, I'm just telling you. I think a lot of people feel like bodybuilders think they're tough, and like most of us are just normal and we don't think we're tough. But a lot of people think that we think that, so they're like, they try and overcompensate. I'm telling you, I've seen it a bunch of times. I'm like, it's fucking crazy to me that it's like a reaction that happens.
I love it when one of my favorite things that happens is when you're walking like down a street somewhere and you see a guy that goes to the gym.
Yeah.
And he gives you the nod.
Like, what's wrong with that?
No, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's just one of my favorite things.
It's a common bond that we share.
Like, hey man, we're the same.
Yeah. It's funny because you actually don't talk to that person at the gym. But if you see them out somewhere, all of a sudden you're like, what's up?
We're brothers, man. We'll never speak again, except here.
Yeah. My pet peeve is people who bug me when I'm training. Just people who talk to me when I'm training. There's an older gentleman at the gym where I work out. The guys who like will come up to you and be like, look, man, I don't want to take too much of your time, but then they take like 15 minutes. I can't.
They're the best ones. Sorry, I know you're training. I don't want to bother you for too long. I'm just going to stand at 7 minutes talking absolute shit.
And I'll usually do this, I'll pull like my earphone out and I'll be like, okay, yeah, what's up? And they'll talk to me, but I'll be holding it right here to like, so I can put my earphone back. Like I want to get back to work, and they just keep talking. And I'll keep.
But you're at that level of being a prick so much. You just be like, nah, fuck off.
I used to be. Yeah. I've changed as I've gotten older. I've gotten like a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it is very rude and it's really hard to kind of tell.
It's hard to be like, fuck off. Like I'm trying to work out. It's hard to do that.
It is. Because
people, even if you say, like when you're our size, even if you say it in the most polite voice possible, they're going to think you're a dick.
Yeah, it comes across as fuck off.
Yeah, because we're bigger. If you were like 180 pounds, people would be like, oh, okay, I'll let that guy go train. But because we're bigger.
See, it doesn't really happen to me much because no one at my gym gives a shit.
It depends what gym you train at.
Yeah,
that's why.
So I did recently go to a different gym for the day, and a few people did ask me for like just say hello or like
I take a
this
photo.
Is really me. Even me saying this out loud makes me sound like a pompous twat.
And well, that's for a photo, probably, right?
Yeah. If you happen a few times.
Yeah, that's okay.
And I wasn't gonna be like, I'm working out, fuck off.
Yeah.
And it is because it was really nice. But at the same time, it was a bit like, slow me down. And the session was dog shit as a result.
Yeah.
But it's hard to be annoyed at that.
Yeah. You know what I do in that situation? I always say, I'm just in the middle of my training, man. Catch me after my workout. We'll take a photo together. And then I can actually, it's actually.
Do you have that like rehearsed? And then as soon as
no, I do. Because it happens.
Anytime anyone comes up to you, it just automatically comes out.
No,
has it ever happened where somebody comes up to you and all they want to say is, have you got how many more sets you got, mate? And you've just gone, hey man, catch me after my workout. We'll get a photo. That's not what they want. They just want to ask how long you've got.
No, asshole. I'm like, I'll take a photo with you later. The guy's like, what the fuck? No, because it's happened to me. And actually the people are thankful and they're happy because I can spend more time with them afterwards talking.
Yeah, and then you'll go out for dinner and you have to pay.
Shut the hand. You're an idiot.
It is nice, but it's also rather annoying when it is your job to train.
But that's why, because look, if I'm training arms, I'll stop and I'll take a photo and I'll go back to training arms. But if I'm training fucking legs, I'm like, no, just catch me when I'm done, man. We'll shoot the shit for 5 minutes and I can take a photo and that person that person's happier and I can finish my workout.
It is. I know you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
You are.
Luke and Fouad, would you rather have big legs and small arms and a large head, or big arms, small legs, and a small head?
Sorry.
So I'll give you I'll repeat the question,
please.
Big legs, small arms, and a large head, or big arms, small legs, and a small head.
That one.
Really? I like the first one.
No, because the other one, you just look like the guy from the Gorilla Academy.
I don't know who that
Academy. is. Sorry, the Gorilla guy from the Umbrella Academy.
I don't know who that is, but
Spaceman.
But I'll take the first one.
What? Just have a massive head, no arm. I was
It didn't say massive. He didn't say. He said large.
It's basically what you are now, then.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. See, I'd rather the other one because then I'd be like, you'd be like Johnny Bravo. Your head makes the arm, the fact your head's quite small makes your massive arms look even more.
That's kind of what you are already too. That's why you're saying that. Small legs.
Because I have a giant head. So no, that's not what I am at all.
But you're halfway there. You have small legs and big arms.
I do not have small legs. Maybe what you're on right now. No, I think I'd go for that one because I think that's more normal to have a big arms. It's like more acceptable, isn't it? Like as a kind of
socially, yeah.
Put it this way: if you didn't compete anymore and you were,
yeah, you're right. I'd rather have the second one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
all right.
My phone slipped out.
Hey, have you seen the new Tesla truck? Did you see that shit?
Shit, isn't it? I've got it.
What the fuck is that?
I kind of want one though.
Well, the performance is incredible, but it's ugly as fuck.
Oh, it just looks hilarious. That's why I want one. Because it looks like my son made it on Minecraft before he knew what the fuck he was doing on Minecraft.
You think there's like a whole bunch of tech geeks that are going to buy that thing?
I think so. And they're going to like, yeah, maybe. And they're going to do all these like modifications on it. And then it'll look something out of like, Blade. And it would be sick.
I feel like they're fucking with people. That can't be the real design. I think that just gets people talking. That can't be the actual thing they're going to release.
I think it is.
Should the Olympia be a pay-per-view event? I've been hearing this more often. Should the Olympia be a pay-per-view event?
They should have the pay-per-view option, but only if the coverage is fucking stellar.
Yeah, but then people are just going to, no, I don't think you should have as an option. I think if you're going to do it, you got to do it. Because I think people will still opt for like the shitty version just so they don't have to pay.
No, but I think but then people get so frustrated with how shit it is, they opt in to buy the good one. Like Wi-Fi on a flight. Wi-Fi on a flight.
I can see your point. I just feel like a lot of people are cheap as fuck and they'll be like, well, I'll just catch whatever I can catch. It's like
watching Babe Station and then be like, if you stay on for the next 10 minutes, you pay a tenner, you get so much porn on your TV. But that's how it was in the early 2000s, I would imagine. So
you get 10 minutes for free, then if you stay on, it just automatically charges you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good idea.
But I think it should be pay-per-view because I think the production value would be better.
Yes.
And everybody would make more money.
Yeah.
And I don't think the fans would be upset. I think the fans would rather have to be able to pay more money and get something really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was only like $2, $3, like really cheap.
No, man. I'm thinking like the other pay-per-views are like if you rent a UFC, it's like $69.99.
No, I don't think it should be that. I think it's very, very
I don't know.
small.
It'd be like half of that. I'd say like $29.99.
I think that's too much. I think it should be like $5. Yeah, something small.
Dude, think about what you're doing. You compete. You die.
Yeah, but bodybuilding fans are they're used to having it for free.
Okay, but that doesn't matter if you're used to it. What I'm saying is the bodybuilders all suffered for 4 fucking months. You're watching something you really love. You got all their prep for free, like their stuff.
Well, the only way I think that'd be cool, and I don't know how I'd feel about this being backstage, is if there were guys backstage who could interview you as part of the production. Like on sport, like on other sports.
Yeah, like other sports. Yeah. Yeah,
so there's somebody backstage when you come off stage, they can give you a quick interview on air.
Yeah, it would just be like a football game or anything. Like you just
there's different angles, different views, like loads of other shit happening. Yeah, if they do that, then you could charge more. I kind of thought you meant it would be more.
Not like it was this year. It was like this year,
it would just be the live stream, but better.
No, because then you're right. It'd be like $4 or like just that way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're gonna make a full production of it and do.
No, I mean if you had better camera angles, better you have interviews after the guy gets off stage, like. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like bodybuilders give out a lot of information throughout their entire prep. So you do your whole prep for free, like on video.
Yeah.
So if somebody's following you and they like you, they're gonna be like, yeah, you know, Luke fucking put out tons of information for 12 weeks. I can pay $30 to see what he looks like.
And then you could go even a step up from that. And eventually every athlete, if you want to specifically focus on one or two people, you can pay an extra $5. Then your family can get involved and watch it. So they can see backstage.
I don't think it's a bad idea, man. I really don't. Because it would make us look better anyway, because then you'd have actual production value and not like the shit that they pulled this year. Or every year where it's like cutting out every 5 minutes.
Maybe, but I think the only way to do it is to kind of get some more information on how like popular it could be and how much interest there is.
Because think about it too.
Just go for it.
Because think about it too. When you watch the Olympia, you're usually watching it with like 3 or 4 of your friends.
That's true.
So like you're gonna get together and pay $5 each or $10 each. Like what's the big deal?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So right. I think it'd be good for the sport.
I'd have paid it and I still would pay it.
You what?
I'd have paid it and I still would pay it.
Yeah, of course. I would too. This guy wants to know who would win in an eating challenge between me and you. So we're about to prove that.
You know what? Like at the moment, my appetite is shit because I'm so full all the time. But if we're both maximally hungry, I think it'd be very close.
Well, we can prove it, or we can just assume.
No, I'm just saying. Like you're probably going to win the macaroni and cheese one because I'm fucking stuffed all the time.
Just go fast for a day.
And lose a day of gains.
This guy wants to know who would look better without a beard. You would definitely look better without a beard.
I look terrible without a beard.
Dude, my face is like a perfect sphere without the beard.
Too. I think mine's more like Hey Arnold.
All right, we'll do a few more and we'll wrap it up. Luke, what would be the best comp to start with in the UK? I've never competed and I'm on my own here. Don't know where to start. Where's the best competition?
It honestly, it kind of depends on whether you're natural or not as well. Your experience levels, what you ultimately want to achieve. For me, I always wanted to get turn pro, and the only route at the time was the UK BFF.
Yeah,
they're still going, but if that is the option you want to do, and that's the route you want to take, which is the same as mine, you need to go with the NPC Worldwide, which is put on by Two Bros Pro. And they do the regional shows, and which qualifies you for the British finals. And they also have the Amateur Olympia, and they have the Bermuda Classic. You can only pro card at any of those. And it's just like the old school UK BFF. It's great.
Okay. I was trying not to laugh because the next question, would you rather shit out 10,000?
Fuck me.
I can't read the question. Would you rather shit out 10,000 gallons of mayonnaise or one Ninja Star?
The mayonnaise. Fucking shit out a Ninja Star. Shitting out like a spiky poo is bad enough. like one with like a bit of glass.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid as hell, but obvious.
Fucking shit out a Ninja Star. It would just come out. It'd literally cut its way out.
Yeah.
No, yeah, mayonnaise, please. I'll take the day off work and I'll just let it leak out.
Okay.
Ninja Star.
Hey, did you see Brandon Beckrich, his last show?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why he looks so good and he's not winning? It's not a knock on him. I'm curious. Like his physique is really nice.
I think he's just not hard enough. That's it. I think he's got a couple of like problems with he's figuring out.
Yeah.
He looked the best he's looked, and he can just. I think if he just gets a bit harder, that's it.
It really blows my mind because I wonder how soft.
It's just the condition thing. I'm sure.
I wonder how soft he is in person though, because in the photos he looks like pretty conditioned.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
He does. I think it's. You can see in his progress pictures he's not hard in certain places, and I think if you can tighten and dry things out a little bit.
You know, he diets on like less than 1,000 calories too.
I know it's terrible. I don't know. I mean, but I think he's. But the fact that he's the size he was, and that's how tight he was, and he kept kind of joking it on all of his posts about being like a butter knife and stuff, and he looks really good. And I think he knew that he wasn't 100%.
No, he did.
I think he can laugh with that confidence because I think he now knows that for next time he knows he can nail it.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to nail it though, because he told me he's done every diet possible, including like eating fuck all and doing shitloads of cardio.
Yeah,
and it just does. His body just stops at one point and stops. Like it doesn't.
It might. I mean, I think he mentioned something in one of his comments on one of his posts or something about thyroid, something.
Yeah.
So maybe he's had some tests and he's noticed some like problems or issues or anomalies in his blood work that like metabolism related.
Yeah. Yeah, he's put it together though, man. He's got a really good physique. He brought his back up. Stomach as he pulls a good vacuum. His legs are fucking huge.
Yeah.
So when doing a lean bulk, should you be hungry in between meals?
No.
No? Not at all?
Definitely not. Especially if you're doing a lean bulk. Because that would assume that you're eating mostly clean food.
Yeah.
And if you're still going to need a lot of calories, even if you want to stay lean, if you want to grow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of clean food, regardless.
Okay. One more question. Do you still calculate your protein on your cheat day?
No, I just make sure I get a big old whack of protein.
What about the rest of the day? Like I calculate my protein on my other 5 meals because I don't like this guy says cheat day. I don't really have a cheat day anymore.
I don't have a cheat day. If it's a cheat meal, I'll
yeah.
So for example, if I get a pizza, I get a pizza and a load of chicken sides.
I was told never to get pizza for a cheat meal. Is that stupid or what?
Well, it kind of is because if they think, oh, you're not going to get any protein, wow, dickhead, I've got chicken sides.
What do you mean?
Chicken, like chicken strippers.
Yeah.
Get them with the pizza.
So but what about all the cheese on the pizza? Doesn't that count?
Fuck that, it's delicious. What are you talking about?
No, I know, but doesn't that count as your protein?
Yeah, as well, yeah. More protein, more muscle, mate.
So if I eat a fucking large pizza, I'm getting tons of protein.
I don't know how good protein from cheese is if it's like cooked to that point, and if it's that good of quality and that cheese.
I don't know how good. What about the chicken tenders though? Is it really that good? The protein from the chicken tenders?
It's chicken.
Is it real chicken?
Yeah, well, it looks like it. It tastes like it. Must be, I'm sure it is.
All right, man. You
have a protein shake with your pizza.
That's great. I can't do it when I have a cheat.
I can't do that either.
When I have a cheat meal, I just have my fucking cheat meal. I have whatever the fuck I want, and I don't even think about it.
You look pretty lean at the moment. Are you having many cheat meals?
Actually, probably 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm off. Like I'm not off. Like, but since I'm only on like 200 or 300 milligrams a week, I'm not retaining any water. I'm actually fat, but because there's not a lot of water, it looks like not bad in photos.
That's good.
But it's like all the fat is like on my fucking ass and my love handles. So
that's the worst bit. Well, mine goes there as well, and like the hips here as well at the top.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't mind that fat gain if I have the full blown out feeling.
Yeah.
But when you're fucking off everything and you don't feel like really blown out, but you have the fat, you're like, okay, I'm just skinny fat now. This is like not. This is a horrible situation to fucking be in.
Skinny fat Fouad.
No,
but that picture you posted, was it today? It's today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look good.
Yeah, but if you look, everything's like a pancake. You know what I mean?
But because you're being so transparent, no one cares. That's why it's more impressive. Because it's not like you've said, look how sick I look, I'm blasting. If you were blasting and posted that, I'd be like, something's not working. Because you're like so transparent with your approach, everyone's like, yeah, you look really fucking good.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm happy with the way I look considering what the fuck we're doing. But I'm just nervous now. I got to get blood work done in probably 2 or 3 weeks. And if it's not good, I'm like, what do I do? I just got to stay off. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be one of these stubborn fucking people. There's some stubborn assholes go get their blood work done and it's fucked. And they don't care. They just go back on anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, I got to get my blood work done. And if my blood work's not back to where it needs to be.
Well, a good indication that it will be better is that your blood pressure is better.
My blood pressure is absolutely fucking, it was like 100/65 the other day. It was like better than normal.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's an indicator that your blood work has to improve somewhere.
Yeah, it has to improve us. Like, for complete transparency, it's a kidney issue because your kidneys don't regenerate. So I'm in a good place right now, but I don't want it to go any lower.
Yeah.
Right? Because for those of you who don't know, your GFR number should be a minimum of like 60.
What was yours?
It was like in the 40s. So it's not
terrible. It's terrible.
But I spoke to Dante about it. Dante was like, you might have trained too close to the thing. You might have been dehydrated. Like, why don't we do it again in a couple months? Take 3 or 4 days off from the gym. Don't do any cardio. Don't train. Just let your body completely rest and then go in hydrated and see what it's at. Because my CK levels were still high on my blood work.
Yeah.
So if your CK levels are high, your kidney levels aren't going to be 100% accurate.
Which is really weird because my EGFR was really good.
What is it?
It was over 90.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, but my CK levels were through the roof. But I did train the day before. My creatinine was fine. My BUM was fine.
Yeah, but you're also 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why. Because like I was fine at 31, but like it's just because your GFR as you get older is going to come down naturally anyway. Even if you weren't on steroids or normal or whatever, it's going to come down. So I think now it's been trending a couple points every year for 10 years. Mm-hmm. So now I'm at like this point, and you know, I talked to Dante, and Dante's like, "Look, man, it's not worth it. If you end up in the teens, you're going to be on fucking dialysis." And I'm like, you know, and I don't want that. Like nothing is more important than my health, right? So
of course.
So I want to see what my kidney levels get back to. If they get back to a reasonable level, then I'll compete for one more year and see where it's at and whatever. And
sure.
I think it's from a couple different things. For those of you who are listening who want to kind of head this off before you get to where I'm at, the blood pressure issue has been an issue for me since like I was 30.
Yeah.
But no one ever told me to take medication. Like the doctor that advised me to take medication told me to just go off everything. He's like, just stop bodybuilding. And I'm like, well, that's not really I didn't know you could take the medication and bodybuild together.
Yeah.
So that was a problem. And then I used to have a coach, and I won't name coaches, and I don't know if this is a reason, but I used to eat 12 ounces of meat per meal. So
I doubt it.
You don't think that had to do anything?
I mean, from what I've heard from a few people that are way smarter than me, there's not much like evidence to say that eating too much protein damages your kidneys.
I agree with that. Actually, I know that from talking to like, you know, Stan Efferding says that. A couple other people have said that, but I wonder if in combination with high blood pressure, it makes it worse.
The combination possibly.
Yeah.
But with the high blood pressure on its own would have done it anyway.
By itself, you think?
I think so, yeah.
Really, eh?
I think Justin Harris explained it to me once. He said, think of it as like a coffee machine, and the filter is of that piece of paper.
That's right. Yeah.
You blast the water too hard through it, the paper tears, and it'll never filter the same again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I also read that sugar can do it. Like extremely high levels of sugar all the time could actually clog up those, I think they call them nodules in your kidney. So I remember the last time I did this, because last year my kidney level was below where I wanted to be. And I actually went on a keto diet. I did keto for those of you who follow me, they probably remember I did keto for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
My fucking kidney numbers were dramatically better in like 6 weeks.
So you like cleared out all that shit.
If you know, if I read the article right, but even if I read the article wrong, it did something, because my kidney levels were dramatically better. And I wasn't even on blood pressure medication at that time. Okay. So I wonder sometimes how much effect like the sugar and simple carbs have on it too, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, buddy, we've been on for a while. You look like you're going to pass out.
I'm just really hungry. I trained with James earlier and I haven't had my post-workout meal yet. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I have my shake because it's about this time when I'm supposed to have it. So.
Okay, well, go eat, man. We'll fucking catch up next week.
Calm down. Calm down, mate. Well, next week I'll be in my new house.
Oh, that's right. Are you gonna have a new Redcon backdrop?
I hope so. I hope we should be here by then. Yeah.
What are you doing? Any special things you're getting for the house?
Well, no, I want to put all the furniture I've got left into the house, see where everything should go, and then decide. Because it's got like a conservatory. This house. I don't know what the fuck you put in a conservatory. I've never had a conservatory.
What's a conservatory?
Like the little glass outbuilding that's attached to the house.
Oh, like a summer room.
A summer room, yeah. It's got a sunroom in this house.
A sunroom or a sunroom. Yeah.
Well,
that's cool. Put your cardio in there, man.
No, because I'm moving 8 minutes away from the gym.
Yeah, but still, some people like to do cardio in their house. No.
No, I do. I like to get out of the house because it's like I'm going out to work. So
that's how I feel.
I do my cardio, and then I take my pictures and do all that at the gym in the same light.
Yeah.
In my working environment, and then I come home and then I eat.
How long? I have an issue. Okay, this is going to be fun. Fucked up. You're going to probably laugh at me, but I get up in the morning. How long is it from the time you get up to the time you have your first meal?
Hour.
That's it?
Maybe a little bit longer. It depends on hours. No, maybe 2 hours.
Let's say you do cardio.
It was about 2 hours this morning.
So like what time did you wake up?
I woke up about 7:30.
7:30. And then, so you ate your first meal at 9:30.
No, 10:30 actually today. So yeah.
And you don't. Okay, so I shouldn't feel so bad because like I get up and I shower, I go to the gym, and then I do my cardio and I come home and it's like 3 hours later.
That's fine.
Well, you don't think that's
I
a
think it's
problem?
good for your digestion. I think it gets your body nice and ready.
So it's like intermittent fasting in a way,
In a way, yeah. I always feel better for it. I feel like if I wake up, I mean, if I'm starving as soon as I wake up, I eat. But it takes me a little while to kind of get the juices flowing, so to speak, to get my appetite actually kind of woken up.
Well, what do you say to people who work in the morning, like they have to be at work for like 9 a.m.?
But then, yeah, unfortunately, you have to.
You have to force yourself, right?
Yeah, you have to just get it in, yeah.
But I shouldn't feel like because I feel like I'm not, even though I get in my meals, I feel like I'm fucking up every day because it's like 3 hours before I eat my first meal.
Nah, I feel like that's fine.
You don't think so, eh?
Are you getting all your meals in?
Sometimes I only get 5.
I only eat 5.
You only eat 5?
Yeah.
But I had this question today. Somebody said, do I eat 5 or 6 meals? And they're like, is it better to eat 5 bigger meals or 6?
I eat 5 slightly bigger meals.
And you think that's okay?
I know it's okay. I'm making great progress. I did it all year.
I find I make better. I hate the word gains sometimes, but I find I make better progress when I eat more often. It's like if I get up and I have breakfast and I eat every 2 hours after that, the next day I feel like way better.
No, I mean, no.
You haven't noticed the difference?
I find the opposite, yeah. I find 5 is perfect.
What do you think about the whole, like, you've been fasting all night sleeping, you need to get up and fucking feed your body?
Bullshit. Because when your body's not breaking down and falling apart when you're asleep, it's doing the opposite. You should wake up feeling nice and repaired and fresh and not in desperate need of food.
So you don't think you're catabolic when you're sleeping all night?
No. Otherwise, you'd fucking fade to dust doing faster cardio in a contest rep.
What do you think about doing fasted cardio with essential aminos? Because I always do it.
Then it's not fasted cardio, is it?
But I feel like it's more important to have the fasted. I feel like it's more important to have the essential aminos.
Your muscle is not going anywhere. I also, I mean, think about it. I mean,
but don't you think this is a game of
aminos are still calories?
Oh, I know, but listen, don't you think it's a game of inches? Like it's a game of centimeters at some point. Like you're not. Of course, I could say to you, yeah, I'm not going to fucking lose any muscle if I don't drink my essential aminos. I'm still going to look good the next day. But doesn't every millimeter count at some point?
Yeah. So why
So I'm saying, like, if you
took the aminos out, you're probably going to go a few more millimeters.
No. Well, you might burn more fat, but are you going to burn away a little bit of muscle in the process?
I don't think
because it's my. You don't think so?
No, because I think you got to remember you're using a lot of hormones. There's like not a lot, but you're using gear. You're fucking eating protein all the time. Your body's primed. It's ready to hold that muscle. It's not going. It's only going to go anywhere if you starve it over a longer period. So I reckon if you did like cardio for maybe 3 days and barely ate anything in those 3 days, but did the same amount of cardio, yes, then you might start losing a tiny bit. But I think it's way harder to lose muscle than just needing to have amino acids in your fucking shaker.
Yeah, I guess I feel differently about it. I feel like why not have every advantage possible?
But I wouldn't see it as an advantage. I'd see it as a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's where we disagree, though. I don't have a problem losing fat, so I can do the aminos.
I've just never done it. I mean, if I did it and it made absolutely zero difference, and I'd be like, well, it's fine then. I don't know the answer, but I've never done it.
I've never done it without.
I think I did ask Chris, and I think he just said no.
Interesting. I guess it's a point we disagree on. That's fine. Or not disagree, but I don't know. You just have your theory about it. It's fine. But I always feel like why not be like the products we formulated. That's why I wanted to have an essential amino, basically for cardio.
Yeah.
And I actually, I have an intra workout that we formulated as well. The intra workout also has essential aminos in it.
Maybe, but then people say like in a contest prep, don't add aminos to your water all day because it's just adding calories to the diet.
But not all day. Yeah, if you're adding like 10 scoops, because you're just like I like the way it tastes, and you're fucking.
Well, you know what you could the only way you can get away with 10 scoops is if you start the diet with 10 scoops and keep 10 scoops in all the way. That's the only way you'd know.
No,
but don't do that. But no, essential aminos.
Yeah, but why are you drinking them then?
I am drinking them.
I know, but why? That's what I'm asking you. Because you're saying it's not important, but you're drinking them.
Because they're fucking delicious. What are you talking about? That's why.
It's strictly for taste.
These ones are. Well, no, I mean, in my head, I'm like, they are fucking delicious. Plus, get more muscles.
That's my point. That's my fucking point. You're making my point now.
Yes, but when I'm doing cardio, I'm not doing cardio to build muscle or recover. I'm doing it to burn fat.
You're right, but I feel like if I
So I would rather. Why don't you just, as soon as you get off the treadmill, just slam them then?
Well, I used to slam them before cardio. Like I used to just drink my aminos before I got to the gym.
I literally think splitting hairs probably makes zero difference. I don't know why we're arguing with it.
We're not. We're having because people are listening and they probably want. Just don't think it makes somebody asked that question actually. If it was,
well, I don't think it makes a difference, but cardio with aminos is not fasted cardio by definition.
Yeah, I guess I don't do fasted cardio then because I always have I have my essentials with me when I'm doing cardio. You do
your essentially aminoed cardios.
Yeah, and make sure I'm fully covered.
Yeah, so you don't lose any more muscle.
What are y'all's take on drinking mass gainers, branch chains, creatine, fat burners, and pre-workout? Also, what's your take and feel on the keto diet? This guy wants to know everything. So, you already answered this? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Somebody else did. I think supplements are important. Obviously, you do. I do
as well. I think put it this way. This is how I think mass gainers are good. If you can't eat meals because of your job and you're working and you're then you can supplement your meal a couple of times a day with a mass gainer. It's a really good way to get the calories in without force feeding. Even if you're on a budget, I think they're a good idea.
Do you think? See, I think 2 shakes a day max is really the limit.
Exactly. That's it.
So that's what you're saying, right? So 2 shakes a day.
So saying, put it this way: you can have your breakfast at home, you have a lunch break, and that's it for your job.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could just have a shake ready and just smash it through the day.
Yeah, I agree. So you do 4 whole food meals in your shakes,
and then a shake, and then the other mass gainer I'd have post workout.
What about creatine? We already discussed essential aminos. What about creatine and fat burners and pre-workouts?
The way I think the fat burners work more so is when you're kind of in a calorie deficit, because most fat burners is just designed for 2 reasons: to curb your appetite and to give you some energy so you don't miss the food.
Yeah.
That's their job. They don't directly burn fat, but they do give you a tool to help you burn fat by not being. They basically give you a little bit of fake discipline.
Yeah, somebody asked me that the other day, like, what do you think of this fat burner? And I said, it doesn't matter what fat burner you pick. If your diet's shit, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't burn fat for you, but it will help you get the job done.
I like creatine. I don't know how you feel about creatine.
I do as well. I use it every day.
Do you use it every day?
It's in my Redcon 1 stack.
Oh, is it?
Tango. Yeah, it's Tango. Okay. It's like fucking 87 different types of creatine.
Oh, it's just all creatine?
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 different creatines.
Yeah.
Slightly different dosages, and it's really good.
And pre-workouts, obviously, we both like pre-workouts.
I like pre-workouts if I'm tired. Like today, I had Mental Trigger and a coffee. If I'm really tired, then I'll have the Total War. But it's really to me, it's a bit strong.
But it depends. It depends how you define pre-workout. Are you taking your pre-workouts because you said you take it when you're tired? So obviously, you're using your pre-workout just when you're tired, just like for energy.
Yeah. So I've got like my pre-workout, like in terms of performance, and then I'm just talking stimulant based.
Oh, so you mix 2 pre-workouts.
Yeah, so I use like the Big Noise, the Tango, and which is the pump, which all the pump stuff is your creatine.
So how do you feel about the pump stuff? Do you use that every day?
I use those 2 every day, and then if I'm tired,
you add the other one.
And it's normally Mental Trigger. Occasionally, I'll use Total War because Total War's fucking strong for me anyway.
What's Total War is the pre-workout with all the well, there's a lot of stim in that.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's like it's like 400 milligrams or some shit, or 500 milligrams. Yeah.
Yes, it's fucking strong.
Yeah.
So I will only use that as an absolute must.
We formulated. I formulated one it's all around. It's not super fucking strong. It's like strong enough that you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
But it's more of it's like everything. It's like pump, endurance, focus.
Yeah. See, I prefer them being slightly separately because I like kind of being in charge of how much stimulants I have.
I like the kitchen sink.
I do, but I like to control.
But mine's not heavy in stimulants. So like if you want to fucking go stim crazy, you just add caffeine or add whatever you want. Like mine's not. It's like 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's it. So it's not. It's not a lot. Not well. I'm not. Let me say it's a relative term to say that. If you look around the industry, 300 is not a lot.
But it is a lot of caffeine in terms of a dose.
I don't know if it is because like 200 a cup of coffee is a cup of coffee is 200.
You wouldn't have it late at night if you train later in the day.
No, but we have a pump product that doesn't have any caffeine.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
We formulated one with like it's like got 4 or 5 different pump ingredients in it, and it's just
they're the ones I like.
Yeah. I wait for leg day, then I stack them both together.
Yeah. That's exactly what I do. So like me and James and I got legs tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna have a scoop of Total War. So
yeah,
because that's when you fucking need it. If you need it every day, you're a pussy. If you bring out the big guns, so when you're
for arm day,
when you're training arms, yeah. But it's fucking strong. And they got the RTDs as well.
Are those good though?
I prefer them because they're not as strong.
Isn't the RTD just a protein drink? No,
the RTD's Total War.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's not as strong. Why? Is it the same ingredients?
Oh no, it's hard to describe it. It feels more like when you have a Monster.
Yeah.
Versus having a pre-workout.
Okay. I kind of think
it feels slightly different. It's a bit more monstery than pre-workout-y. So you're not like buzzed like a nut, but you feel fucking great.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Total War is too much. It's too stim based for me. It's good though if you stack it with the other. Like if you stack it with.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'll have it if and when I need it.
Yeah, it's there for you.
Yeah, I mean, no wonder it's so fucking popular because it is exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
So I only use it when it's time for total.
Maybe it's because people get hooked. Maybe because people get hooked on it.
Maybe.
What'd you say? Maybe it's time for what?
I said I only use it when it's time for Total War.
Shut the fuck up.
Source a cunt. Yeah, I've got to go anyway because I've only got 4% of battery.
Yeah, go do your thing. Let's. Are we back next week or what?
Yes, we are, and I'll be in the new house.
All right. Let's. We'll get your questions in next week. Let us know in the comments section if you want to see us doing an eating challenge or not, even though you think it's weird for some reason. Well,
no, it's the whole premise is a bit odd. Well, we've already talked about how fucking weird it is. You're a psychopath. You are a sociopath. Of course it's weird.
All right, man. I'll see you next week.
Yes.
All right, brother.